Our emotions dictate our actions and our reactions. And one example I want to give you of this is something I talked about in a live the other day. So if you haven't caught me live, I will be live Tuesdays and Friday mornings, Atlantic Daylight Time, usually between 9 or 9:30 a.m. and noon. And we talk a lot about emotion code because emotion code is something where you can use your subconscious to look for negative trapped emotional energy that you haven't processed from the past. But our emotions, they dictate how we act and react all the time. And one thing that happens in the lives is I often have people come through because I do use a pendulum instead of doing the muscle testing for it. And they always want to know questions. They want to ask yes and no questions about their future. And the problem with that I always tell them is that there's a lot of variables to those answers. So for example, if you ask if someone's going to call you, they might have the intention to call you. And then the variables I'm talking about are they might get stuck at work. They might decide to take an overtime shift and then go home. And they may get stuck at the store on the way home or have to stop for gas. And a bunch of other things happen. And then when they get home, they're really tired or they've forgotten about that they were going to call you. And so the intention is there when the question is asked and the answer is a yes. And then it shifts and changes as things shift and change throughout the day. But why I'm telling you this is because how you respond to the answers you get, they will be emotional responses. So if I tell you, no, that person's not going to call you, doesn't want to call you, you're going to have an emotional response to that, especially if you care about that person. You're going to have more of a negative emotional response to that. And that is going to affect how you interact with them at every future interaction that you have. Same thing if I were to tell you yes, all of a sudden now you're going to have a positive response to that. And so you're going to have a more positive response to them in your future interactions with them. So our emotions can dictate how we act and interact with people, and a lot of things can affect our emotions throughout the day as we go. So being very aware of our emotions can help, and it's something that does take time. It's a process to work on. And if you're carrying a lot of negative emotional energy that we talked about before from the past, emotion code can help you look for and release that, and that can help you become more emotionally balanced or regulated, and can help you not respond right away in certain ways that you might have already been in the habit of responding in, such as an angry way or an anxiety or something like that. So if you want more information about emotion code, you can click the link in the bio, or you can catch me live again Tuesdays or Friday mornings, Atlantic Daylight Time, here on TikTok.